Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchich here with your outlook for May 6, 2015. And the stationary boundary that was affecting parts of the area yesterday by being draped over our area will still be in the vicinity. It's going to be moving south this morning and will end up over southwest of our coverage area here by later this afternoon, and we will start to see some improvement. We'll start seeing some improvement from northeast to southwest as it does so. This frontal boundary in the morning will be draped right across here, so you might be a few isolated showers until that moves further to the southwest. And as we get into the evening hours here, afternoon and evening, you can see the concentration of that is now southwest of our coverage area along that frontal boundary. So, and you see there were high pressure starting to nudge in here. So this is drying air, again, from northeast to southwest. You'll see, might even see some partly cloudy skies up here in northern New Jersey as you get later in the day. But I think everywhere else will probably starting to brighten a little bit before the sun goes down, and then we get decreasing clouds overnight, and even in the areas that are further to the southwest here. So we do think this frontal boundary is going to dissipate, though, because you see that the very next frame goes from this to nothing in 6 hours, and the front just pretty much falls apart, dissipates. Go over the NAM here. Just take a look at what's going on here in the morning. These are the morning hours here, as this batch of rain is now moving to the southeast. Most of this is gone by noon. And then it falls apart. Maybe if it goes a little past that to 1 o'clock, then I wouldn't be surprised across our eastern sections here. But just a few showers moving through. We'll call it. The NAMs are actually the most aggressive with these showers moving through in the morning. But we are going to keep an isolated shower opportunity in the forecast just because the NAM is showing it. And some of the other models that we're showing are not as impressed with it. So we'll see how that works out here in the morning on the radar. But right now we're just looking for that to happen in the morning hours, mainly before noon. Next system we're going to be watching here is actually coming into our picture right here, and the center of circulation is right down here. This is actually what we expect to become a subtropical depression or a minimal subtropical storm. Not a tropical storm. I'm saying subtropical on purpose because the subtropical system has a cold core, whereas a tropical storm or hurricane is a warm core system. This is not a warm core system, so this would be a subtropical system. The only difference really, there's a limitation how much strength you can get out of a subtropical system. Versus a tropical system. Of course, a tropical system can become a hurricane, a major hurricane, categories 2, 3, 4, 5, and you won't see that out of a subtropical system just because the upper levels are cold here above the system, and you need all three levels of a hurricane to really breathe and give you that extra room for it to strengthen. Now you're going to see this, we talked about this in yesterday's video, you're going to see it go here. Here's a look at Thursday. Not much going on in the coverage area here. We start clearing out a little bit. Just if you want to follow the system down here, that's fine. It's really in our coverage area, there's really nothing going on. Here's Friday afternoon. You see it starting to approach the Carolina coast here. Now watch, I'm just going to take us over a 3-day span. Started here and over 3 days, and it just kind of sits and spins. Kind of comes in somewhere between the North Carolina and South Carolina border, and even then it still kind of just sits there. And the big reason this is happening is there's a big upper level ridge sitting over top of our area here. This is allowing for those warm temperatures that we're expecting, the warm surge. The problem is when you're stuck under a ridge like that, there's no steering currents here. It's just kind of like it's almost like a cutoff low type situation where you just have no steering currents, nothing moving this in one direction or another. So it's just very, very slowly drifting, and that's what it's going to do for a couple days until eventually there's a cold front that's going to come through here on Monday or Tuesday of next week, and it's going to finally pick this system up as it's going to start coming north a little bit. It's now over East North Carolina, but here comes this cold front. Southwesterly winds out ahead of a cold front is going to end up picking up this system here, which is now much weaker, and send it off to the northeast. Now, and out of our area here, not affecting our coverage area at all. Now, normally, if we had a tropical system that was making landfall here and it was a strong tropical storm or a hurricane, we'd be worried about maybe some enhanced rainfall on the front. But because at this point it's been sitting here, it's also getting weaker, and so there's really not going to be an enhancement from it because there's really going to be nothing left of it at this point. And you'll see that here the next couple frames here. You see it's just a weak wave that goes out to sea. It's picked up by this this front and sent out with it. So there's no enhancement at all from this system. And now we're looking at Tuesday or Monday overnight, or Monday evening, Monday overnight here. So this is the next frontal boundary that'll be approaching. It's a cold front, going to bring in some colder air. But you can see in our area here, there's really nothing going on as we're looking at Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The only thing we're going to be dealing with in that time frame are going to be some very warm temperatures. Temperatures going to get up, kind of challenge those 2015 highs that we've had, that we set records of record highs, or not record highs, but 2015 daily highs. We're well above normal. We're going to do that again, we think, this weekend. Some areas will be in the mid to upper 80s, actually, by the time we get to Sunday. And we'll be watching for that as we get a little bit closer in the week. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchich, and that is your outlook for May 6th, 2015. Have a great Wednesday.